This is the ATV220 2-channel UTV, ATV, and motorcycle IP65 waterproof Bluetooth amplifier. This micro 2-channel amplifier can be used on your ATV, UTV for marine application, and on your motorcycle, and it'll deliver 200 watts per channel at 2 ohms. Since it is rated IP65, it can survive getting blasted by jet streams of water and it'll still function fine. This means you do not need to worry about your amp breaking when you spray down your vehicle. The amp also has a clean black aesthetic, and the white logo illuminates in the dark to give the amp a really cool look. It also has a Bluetooth indicator LED and a power and protect LED that you can see in the dark. The built-in Bluetooth is great because you do not even need a head unit or controller. You can just install this amplifier and wire it to your speakers and then connect your phone directly to this amp. And the amp is super compact, making it really easy to install and mount with the included 4 screws, especially into tight spaces. Speaking of installing, the amp comes with the wiring harness sealed and connected to the amplifier with all of the necessary wires to integrate into your setup. We have our power, ground, and remote lines here, the RCA inputs for the 2 channels that you can feed from an external head unit or directly from the speaker outputs of a factory head unit using the provided adapter cables, and then switching the switch to high-level input mode. And then we have all of our speaker wires to wire directly to 2 speakers or 2 sets of speakers. You can also bridge the 2 channels together if you need more power for something like a subwoofer. And if we remove this panel over here, we can see all of the controls for the amplifier. Now the controls for channels 1 and 2 start with this frequency knob from 32 to 320 Hz. Now this knob works in conjunction with the crossover switch right next to it that has 3 positions. Off, which means it will bypass and play the full frequency range through your speakers. High pass filter mode, which means it will only play frequencies above where you set the frequency knob. So if you set it to here around 200 Hz, it will play frequencies of 200 Hz and above. And then there is low pass filter mode, which means it will only play frequencies below where you set it with the frequency knob. So if you set it here to 100 Hz, it will play 100 Hz and below. This is great if you have a subwoofer on these channels and you really want to target the low end. There is a level knob to set the gain of the channels and also this input voltage switch. Use the low setting if you are using standard RCA cables to input sound from a receiver, and use the high setting if you are using the high level adapter to get signal directly from speaker wire. Now with all of these crossover functionalities, you can use different speakers on this amplifier with whatever your setup needs are. For example, if you are using this amp with another amp that is running a subwoofer, but you're running full range speakers on the ATV220, you can set the crossover to high pass filter mode and filter out some of those lower range frequencies. Or if you wanted to use this amplifier to run a subwoofer by bridging both channels 1 and 2 together, set the crossover to low pass filter mode to really target those lows. Or just turn off the crossover switch altogether and run the full range of frequencies through your full range speakers. It all just depends on your setup. But we actually have a demo set up, so let's go check that out now.
What's up guys, I have my ATV220 all set up here and ready to go. Now usually you would set this amplifier up to your motorcycle, but for today's demo we decided to pair it with these wakeboard speakers here just to show you how powerful the amp is. So I have my phone connected to the amp through Bluetooth, so I'm gonna play some music for you guys so we can hear how it sounds. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that is crazy! So loud just from this amplifier. And really feeling all of the bass. Wow, that's crazy. Man, so powerful. Oh my gosh.
As you can see, the ATV220 is an absolute beast. Even at its compact and portable size, it outputs great power over the 2 channels. So if you want the most waterproof and high-performing ATV, UTV, motorcycle, 2-channel Bluetooth amplifier on the market, then look no further than the ATV220 from Rockville.